Hi and welcome to King's Football Show. This is the match day show now, not the preview show. I was gonna do a preview show, but unfortunately yesterday I couldn't because of some family issues. But I'm here today live with you guys, and the starting 11s are out for both teams. So let's have a quick look at them and have our thoughts on it as well. So you can see Aston Villa starting 11. They go for a typical 4-4-2 with Unai Emery, with Martinez in goal, Matthew Cash, Konsa, Mings, Alex Moreno, and then they got a stacked midfield with basically four central midfielders in McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Camara, and Buendia. And then at top they got Watkins and Coutinho. But you can see what Unai Emery is trying to do here. There's no Bailey in this 11. There's no Ings in the starting 11. He's basically trying to stack the midfield with as many central midfielders as possible because he's probably seen the way Arsenal play with Odegaard, Granit Xhaka, and today Jorginho and Zinchenko. So he's trying to match that with as many players as possible in central of the pick. And I think it's more going to be a very narrow 4-5-1 when Villa doesn't have the ball. McGinn, Buendia, and Coutinho help centrally in the pitch to try and nullify Arsenal's threat. But it's going to be interesting to see if this works for Villa. It could backfire on them. And we're going to have a look at Arsenal starting 11. We got Trossard with his first ever Arsenal start. Exciting to see that. But let's start from goal. We got Ramsdale in goal. We got Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, and in midfield we got Odegaard, Jorginho, Granit Xhaka, and at top we got Saka, Nketiah, and Trossard. So we've made two changes from the loss against Man City. We got Ben White is starting ahead of Tomiyasu, and Trossard is starting ahead of Martinelli. And I think it's good that we're making a few changes. The players have looked a bit tired, and it's good for them to know that no one is safe. I would have wanted to see Trossard at top, but it's okay. He will get his chances. I think it's good that he's starting today to show that, if you do and coming in from the bench, you will eventually get rewarded with a start. I think it's good for his moral and for his confidence to feel like he can start for Arsenal and he's going to back himself to do well. And I think it's good as well, if you face Trossard for 60, 70 minutes and then you can throw in an energetic Martinelli who's going to want to show that, no, he's the main guy. He wants to start. It's a good competition, and that's what we want. We also got great news with Emil Smith-Rowe back on the bench. Hopefully he can stay fit. If we get Smith-Rowe back, we got Jesus back. Gonna have a very good options in the attack. Already today we got Martinelli and Smith-Rowe on the bench. Imagine if we had Jesus from start. That means that it's probably Eddie, Martinelli, and Smith-Rowe on the bench, and that's the solid option. Obviously, Thomas Partey is playing another Premier League game, and this is why we bought Jorginho, and this is why they wanted to buy Caicedo, because unfortunately, Partey he does miss a lot of games. I think this has probably been his longest run of games that he's had since joining Arsenal from Atletico Madrid over 3 years ago now. But he seems to get these injuries. This time it's a muscle injury. It's nothing serious, but he's missing games and it's not good for us. And I think it's going to be a game where Jorginho is going to have to be on point with his passing, the way he breaks the line. I think it was good against Man City. I don't think he was the main issue. Obviously, he's not a dribbler like Thomas Partey. He's not going to drive the ball. for long periods on the pitch. He's gonna try and dictate the game, the tempo. He's quite similar to Zinchenko almost. The way with the technique, the mobility, and the passing, the smartness, and the understanding of the game. And it's going to be interesting to see. Trossard obviously is very different from Martinelli. He's more someone who is technically very good, dribbling, excellent execution on the ball. He can go on left, he can go on right. So he's not as predictable as Martinelli. Obviously, Martinelli is more explosive, faster, more direct. But it's good that we have another weapon that's different from what the opposition are used to when they play against us. And I think the players are going to be hungry. They're going to want to win now. It's 3 games in a row where Arsenal haven't won the game. Today is the perfect game against the former manager and a few former Arsenal players in Callum Chambers and Emmy Martinez and the whole history we had with Buendia, Coutinho playing for Liverpool for many years. It's a good game. I think a lot of the Aston Villa players are going to be up for it. Arsenal are going to be up for it. And I predicted a 2-0 Arsenal win. We do have to win this game. I think it's very important. Mentally, more than anything, we need to win. We need to make sure that we are back on winning tracks. And we need to make sure that we are not losing. And big up to everyone who did tune in. Nav, big up King, big up Nav. I hope you're good. King, I can't see you. Oh, can no one see me? Do let me know if you can see me. Ings plays for. Oh yeah, you're right. They sold him. I forgot that. And we got someone here. Probably a bot. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chat, post. The price is lower than allowed that. Let's get this away from the channel. But yeah, I hope you guys can actually see me. Should be able to see me. I hope I haven't been speaking for myself all this time. Do let me know if you can see me or hear me. But yeah, what's everyone's prediction for this game? I think, as I said before, Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 0. It is an away game, and obviously it's going to be a tough game. Aston Villa is going to be up for it. We know, Jaime Martinez is a very shithousery player, and he's spoken a lot about Arsenal. That seems to be a bit bitter when it comes to Arsenal. Obviously, I think Unai Emery felt like the club let him down, and a lot of players made fun of him. Even some of the fan base made fun of him, even though he was trying his best. Just think that he was a good coach for the wrong club. I think Emery is a good coach. I don't think he's an amazing coach, but I do think he's a good coach. It's definitely good enough to be a manager in the Premier League. We've seen what he's done in the past, in the Europa League as well. He's won the tournament 4 times. He's gone to 5 straight finals. Always do excellent in the competition. He's not the best league manager. I think Cup suits him better because he's a tactician, but sometimes his football is a bit too pragmatic or becomes too afraid to let all the cylinders go. I think if we score early today, we'll win. I think that's it. Oh yeah, Peony's in the building. Can you see me, Peony? Because Dan said he couldn't see me, so I wonder if you can see me if something is wrong. I hope you're good. And what's your prediction for the game, Peony? Just before we end the stream. I've gone for 2-0. Also, very quickly, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Lee Mason um, has quit refereeing. And well, what do you make of it, Pini? I think I think it's a good thing for all parties involved. I think I said this before that he needs to go away from football. I don't think mentally it's a good place for him to be at right now, at his age, with the amount of mistakes that he's committed, with the amount of pressure and media attention that's on him and probably his family. And we know how fans can be very, very nasty sometimes, especially against referees. I think the best thing is for him. I mean, if he can afford it, why not? And he's been refereeing for over 2 decades. I'm sure he's been well paid, and maybe this is time for him to find a new chapter in his life. I wish him all the best in his new journey. I really do. I don't wish bad on anyone, but I don't think refereeing is something that he should continue with. And I think it was the right decision, probably. Without having too much information, I do think it was good that Lee Mason is no longer a referee. Let's see what the chat is saying. 5-0 Arsenal. That's good. Sad. I'm pleased for him and his family after the level of abuse he's received. Yeah, and this is the problem that I have, that when someone makes a mistake, if it is a referee, if it is a player, manager, this has to stop. The abuse have to stop. These people, whether it's a ref, a player, manager, they are humans. They will make errors. Players will miss penalties. Players will miss open chances. Defenders will make howlers. Goalkeepers will make mistakes. Managers will make mistakes, no matter how good, how much experience, how much resources they have. Human error will always be part of humans, especially in sports. That would never be gone. But no one deserves to get abused. And when the family gets abused, that's wrong. No one should abuse Lee Mason, and no one should abuse his family. You can give him critics. You can say that you don't think he's a good enough referee. You can say that I don't think he deserves to continue to referee in the Prem. You can have your opinion, strong, right or wrong. They're all opinions, but you cannot abuse him. I'm against any kind of abuse, and I'm against any kind of discrimination. I'm never going to support that. Never. Right? Football is football, yeah. For some of us, football is our life. I get that. But that does not give you the right to abuse another person. That is something we have to be much better at. So, the same people that abuses Saka when he misses a penalty is the same people who abuse Lee Mason. Remember that. So if you think it's wrong to abuse Saka, you can't say it's wrong to abuse Saka, but it's okay to abuse another man or another person. And Pini saying, you know me, King, I'll defend the human side of most situations. Yeah, and that's it. And we have to remember this. These are humans. Refs are humans. Whether we like it or not, they are humans. Whether we think they're good enough or not. And that's fine, but don't abuse them. Don't abuse anyone. We need to stop the abuse. We need to create a better environment for everyone. Because this is the thing as well. When players, managers, ref, if they know that they will not get abused, if they know that they can get criticized, but in the end, that's where it will stop. There will be a less stressful environment and less errors as well. So everybody actually wins with a more humanity environment. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. As you can hear, my voice is going away. I couldn't do the stream yesterday, so I decided to do it today quickly. Thank you for everyone who did tune in. Hopefully, Arsenal can keep up and win today and go back on top, actually, because we played before Man City and put some pressure back on them. Would it not be amazing if we won today and City drop points and we are back on top? You know, one can always win and be hopeful. And because we've had a good season as well, guys. You know, enjoy it, enjoy these players, enjoy the ride. You know, for so many years we were praying just to be in the competition, to challenge for the league. Now we are finally challenging for the league. Enjoy it. You know, these things don't know when they will come back. So while they're here, enjoy it, have fun, believe, have dreams. No, we can still do it. Still back Arsenal.